Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to be having a 1v1 on Langreskaya once again. So we're getting a lot of Langreskaya recently, but it's pretty good anyways, and at least it's not some Musky Winter, right guys? Right? Right? Okay. Anyways, our heroes today are going to be Cruzz playing for the Soviets, and his opponent this time around is going to be HelpingHans playing for the Germans. So two very good players. We got HelpingHans here, which, I mean, you probably already know who he is, but at the time of casting this, his rank for the Germans is currently number 3 in the 1v1s, so amazingly good. And Cruzz, not falling far behind, he is also very high up there. His Soviet play is currently ranked 23rd, so yeah, two very good players here. Top 100, top 30. Can't say top 20 because it's still 23, but I mean, Cruzz's German play is 15, so I mean, still top 20 there. So yeah, very good players anyways. So let's take a look at the game and what has been going on. So no real action so far. We just have Cruzz getting himself Conscripts, as you would expect. Most Soviet players, you know, get Conscripts. 3 Conscripts to start off with. Probably going to be seeing some Molotovs after that third one. For HelpingHans, we have Tier 1 going down right off the bat, getting Grenadiers, but he has already selected his Doctrine, and that is the Mechanized Assault Doctrine, so we also have Assault Grenadiers on the field, so a little bit of a difference there, but, you know, it's usually what you expect when you see that Doctrine. And he's getting himself an MG42 as the 3rd unit, so not spamming Assault Grenadiers like we saw at the beginning where that Doctrine was implemented, but, you know, implementing them as part of his build order and start. So very nice. So anyways, Assault Grenadiers in the center getting a little bit engaged by the Conscripts. The Conscripts are keeping their distance, which gives them the edge against the Assault Grenadiers. However, the Assault Grenadiers can very quickly close the ground. They manage to capture the point. They're going to get up close and start doing some damage. The Conscripts noticing this back off, and the second Conscript squad is moving in for support with the Combat Engineers on the side as well. So a big flank coming up at the top of these Assault Grenadiers, while the Conscripts are back pedaling since one of their men actually got shot, and there is a Grenadier squad nearby for help with the MG42 coming into the field. So very nice engagement here in the center. We see the MG42 setting up, going to be able to engage both of these squads in the center. Conscript squads and the Combat Engineers, they managed to run away and get out of the arc of fire of the MG42, avoiding the suppression. The MG42 is forced to pack up, and well, it's actually getting pulled back by HelpingHans. He is not going to pursue or press the engagement. He's going to back off, set up a little bit more defensible position. Over here on the right-hand side, we have some Conscripts going in for the engagement. Not really coming in for the flank, just going around capping. Assault Grenadiers and Standard Grenadiers, engaging them, forcing them to run away. They're going to jump into this house, probably, and try to delay the Soviet infantry. Tier 1, however, is down on the field for Cruzz, and he gets himself an M3 scout car, M3A1 to be exact. The Combat Engineers will probably be getting themselves a flamethrower upgrade, although they don't have it just yet. They're just going to be running around with the scout car, although they're being used right now to capture. MG42 backs away, loses one of their men to the scout car, but manages to set up and suppress those Combat Engineers, forcing them off of the field. Conscript over here on the right-hand side, also getting engaged by the MG42. A very nice angle set up there for HelpingHans, covering the entire approach all the way up to the munitions point, forcing away that Conscript squad once the Assault Grenadiers fell on top of them. So very nice here. Tier 1, we said, was down for Cruzz, and he's also getting himself a Penal Battalion. With that, Penal Battalions are pretty amazing. They are very expensive, but they have a lot of firepower with them and the ability to even get a flamethrower. So we might even see those getting popped into the scout car rather than the Combat Engineers. Who knows? Scout car currently is just being used as a, well, support unit, you know, light vehicle fire with its main gun. Nobody garrisoned inside of them, so it's not going for the harassing flames or anything. Conscripts getting suppressed out in the open. Well, not really out in the open. They are in heavy cover, but the Grenadiers are able to fall right on top of them due to the suppression effect of the MG42, and they are forced to retreat down to 2 men. Can they actually make it out alive? There's an LMG shooting at them. 1 man down, and they barely make it out alive. Conscripts and Combat Engineers pushing out. We have the Penal Battalion with a flamethrower now upgraded on the field, going aggressive, not going ham, and they are taking quite a beating. There are Conscripts nearby to merge with them, which is usually what you see high-skilled players do. And yeah, we're probably going to see the merge here from these Conscripts on the Penal Battalion. And there you go, 6 men now on the Penal Battalion. And the Conscripts retreat just to get more men on their squad. So very nice there by Cruzz. It is the best way to use the Penal Battalions, and he's probably going to choke case this right here. So, center engagement did go, well, not poorly, but Cruz ended up getting the upper hand in that in the end. Although Helping Hands did manage to inflict a decent amount of damage. We now have a sniper coming up for Cruz, and Helping Hands now has a med bunker. So, nothing going on there. Also, I should mention, I never mentioned it, sorry. Cruz also got himself his Doctrine, and that is the Conscript Support Doctrine. Conscript Support Doctrine allows him to get those conscripts, obviously, supported. Gets them PPSHs, hit the dirt, the ability to repair, and such, but none of the abilities had been unlocked until right now, so the PPSHs are now available to be acquired for the conscripts, and they also have the ability to hit the dirt. Hit the dirt, not as amazing as it once was, but it's still pretty good. Penal Battalion running into the center gets shot by the MG42 and suppressed. Forced to retreat. Mind getting laid down all over the place for Cruz. Very nice, very nice. And on the left-hand side, we have a conscript squad sneaking around behind enemy lines, going for the victory point, which puts Cruz in a triple cap against Hans, but it is anybody's game. 457 for Cruz, 480 for Hans. He will be capturing this point soon, so the bleed will be minimal for a while. Scout car still over here on the left-hand side, not garrisoned by anybody just yet, so Cruz using it in a very unusual way. I mean, scout cars aren't unusual by themselves, but usually you see stuff in it. You see probably flamethrower engineers, which is normally how you see people. Then you got guard rifles that get put in there, and sometimes you see penal battalions with their flamethrower used as well, because they can output a little bit more damage and still have that flamethrower that the engineers use. But by itself, just a bare scout car, you don't see that a lot. So it's, you know, unusual, but, you know, not bad at all. So yeah, the scout car here tips the engagement in the favor of these conscripts. Also, their PPSA just helped a little bit there. And they're going to be able to capture the left-hand side fuel. Center map, we have the sniper on the field. Sniper has already killed 3 men and forced the MG42 to back off. So this is giving Cruz a very healthy amount of map control back in his possession. Left-hand side, another Grenadier Scout with an LMG engages a conscript. The conscripts are forced to retreat. They are at 5 men, so they'll make it out alive just fine. Back at base, we do not have medics for Cruz just yet, so his units will come out into the field injured. Scout car now pushing into the center. The Assault Grenadiers unable to do much against it. The MG42 set up in different angles, just covering this approach. The sniper takes a shot at the Assault Grenadiers, managing to get 1. Second shot goes up, down to 3. Sniper still sitting in the open. The oh my god, that's actually going to do a lot of damage. That might be a mistake. There goes a retreat. Assault Grenadiers managed to kill one of the guys. Was that the sniper or the spotter? Let's see his rifle. That was just the spotter. Okay, so the sniper chick is going to stay alive. So the scout car taking quite a beating, down to about 25% health. Penal Battalion over here on the right-hand side being used for captured. Conscripts as well. Still no repairability for the conscripts. It actually costs you 5 points to get there, so it's going to be a while. So for now, the combat engineers are the only ones that can repair that scout car. Back at base, no additional tech. We do see the medics finally getting upgraded. So that'll put the infantry at a very good spot. Minesweeper is getting upgraded or selected for Helping Hands. Very interesting. We don't see those used a lot, but that is a very nice thing to do. It's going to allow him to spot all these mines, and will give him a very easy time against those sneaky mines. So yeah, we see the Pios going straight for the mine, and they are going to start removing it. There they go. Nope, the scout car actually harasses them. They are down to 2 men, and they are going to have to retreat. Keep in mind that while the Pios are nearby, the mines are not triggerable by your own troops. Rifle nade goes down on top of the mine, detonated, since the Pios were not able to, you know, clear it out. It's a very nice move there by Helping Hands. However, there's still more mines on the field, but, well, he has that squad there, so as long as he keeps it alive, the mines of Cruz are going to be quite tight. So anyways, we see that Helping Hands went up and decapped the northern strategic point, cutting off the entire right-hand side for Cruz, since Helping Hands actually has the victory point in the center. So Cruz does not have an income right now, or well, didn't have an income for a little while on the right-hand side, but he manages to capture it now, and the scout car still on the field, supporting his troops. Penal Battalion's forced to retreat, sniper on the field, up to 6 kills now, very close to veteran C1. And we now have a mortar half-track on the field for Helping Hands. Helping Hands is going to try to flush out that that sniper. No, actually, never mind. That's not a mortar. What am I saying? That is the what is it called? I forget the name. It's Mechanized Assault Group. It's essentially a German clown car like this one, with no weapons itself, but it comes with a Panzer Grenadier squad inside of it. Conscripts, snipers, everything pushing back, retreating in the face of this. You could almost call it scout car, but it's actually a half-track. Doesn't reinforce your units on the fly, but it allows you to do the clown car maneuver. Do we have 18-8s on the field for cruzz? We do, actually, so very nice. Half-track pushes forward, Panzer Grenadiers decide to jump out, and they are going to go straight onto those conscripts. The conscripts taking a lot of damage. Flamethrowers from the penal battalion now doing a lot of damage here to the scout car. Incendiary rounds going down on the MG42, and down goes the scout car in one burst. The penal battalion almost gets wiped out, down to 2 men, forces the retreat. Sniper still on the field, opening up on the MG42 as it can. Can it, actually? It's not actually shooting. Why isn't it shooting? There it goes. Finally got shot, goes off, and one of the men on the MG42 goes down. Conscripts did take a little bit of a beating to the MG42, but they're still alive. And far left-hand side, more harassing conscripts is going around decapping all the time. Center map, we have a lot of German forces here. The scout car, I mean not the scout car, the half-track, now getting garrisoned by the assault grenadiers. So very interesting choice there. The assault grenadiers will give out a lot of firepower to the scout car, but it will have to get up close. But yeah, I mean, pretty similar to what the Panzer Grenadiers can do. Stug E or Stug 3 on the field now for HelpingHans. That's going to give him quite a bit of firepower against all this infantry. Conscripts hoorah forward, trying to get in range for an 18-8, but they get intercepted by the MG42, and the Stug just backs off. Conscripts getting killed by the Stug, and they're forced to back off. More conscript squads flooding the field on the right-hand side. We have only 3 conscript squads, but they're all pushing on the right-hand side. Actually, no, that's a penal battalion. Never mind. Sniper on the field, taking more shots at that MG42. Like I said, keep in mind this half-track does not have the ability to reinforce, so HelpingHans is not able to keep those things on the field. However, he does have... Does he have a half-track? Yeah, he actually does have a standard half-track on the field. However, it's back at base, so it's not able to reinforce this MG42. MG42, however, does decide to hold its ground and is on the field now. Tier 4. My mistake. Tier 4 now up for cruzz, and he's going for an Su-76. Very interesting choice. Usually when you see Tier 4, you see Su-85s like almost all the time. However, the Su-76 is a very nice, very underused unit, and in this situation, I think it's actually great because, I mean, yeah, the Stug 3, even though it is anti-infantry, can still kill it. I mean, last game, if I did publish that, we saw the Stugs almost take out an IS-2. So yeah, I mean, it's not amazing, but it will still do damage to the Su-76. It's pretty light on the armor. But I think the Su-76 should probably be able to do a decent amount of damage to this tank. It's pretty weak on the armor. It's not as tough as a standard Stug that you can build from Tier 3, so yeah. So the half-track on the field reinforces all the units, all of them just hanging out in the center. We see the left-hand side getting recaptured by a Grenadier squad with LMGs. And the conscript push forward, getting engaged. A nice shot there by the Su-76, nails the half-track in the rear, bringing it down to about half health. Sniper getting engaged by the Panzer Grenadiers. Can he make it out alive? The Panzer Grenadiers are focusing it down. They get a little bit of damage, but there's still 2 men, and the Su-76 is now in the way. Conscript penal battalion is getting in the way. A nice shot goes off, and the half-track goes down. The assault grenadiers did manage to pop out of there alive. Not sure if they were still on the half-track when it blew up, but they're still all there. And the Su-76 are still on the field. There's a second one now on the field, so this will give cruzz a nice ability here with the barrages. The barrage is going down on the MG42. The MG42 is going to pack up and try to get out of its way. Can he get out of the way? He's going to move, and ooh, the shot hits right where they were, but they managed to dodge it in time. So cruzz in not a very nice situation here. He's essentially pinned in his base. Panzer Grenadiers now with Trex able to deal with those Su-76. Su-76 does have a lot of range, as you can see, however, so that's going to allow him to, well, artillery essentially. MG42 getting shot from the sniper. The sniper about to take it down. The MG42 is not moving, getting reinforced from the half-track from kind of far away, actually, so very nice range there. Su-76 taking shots at the Stug. The Stug goes down, and nice pickup there for cruzz. Allows him to swing the momentum back in his favor. The Su-76 continue to shoot at that Stug. That's amazing range from the Su-76. I actually didn't know they had that much range. The essentially on par or greater than the Su-85. And down goes the second Stug, so this is not looking good for Helping Hands. Goes out of control, going to crash right there in the center victory point, allowing some heavy cover there. And the Grens and Combat Engineers, Conscripts and Combat Engineers engaging a Gren squad with LMG, taking a lot of damage. The Su-76 being used to try to take down the half-track. The half-track taking some shots from the Su-76, but manages to stay alive. And we see a squad pushing forward and getting annihilated. What was that? What died? Panzer Grenadiers, I think. Yeah, Panzer Grenadier squad has been wiped out. Oh my god, that is a full rout here for the forces of Helping Hands. The half-track is trying to scurry out of the way, trying to get back home. He is down to about 1% or 5% health, I guess you could say. But the Su-76 is in pursuit, but unable to catch it. Line of sight does not allow him. He doesn't know where it is. So the half-track is just barely going to make it out of there alive. So Helping Hands in a very tough spot. I guess in this situation, he can probably just wait for a Tiger. He has enough to get one. Tigers are 9 points, and he already has 10. You can see it right there. But he doesn't have the resources for it, so he would have to wait. But it's either that or building tier 3 or 4 and trying to go for some tanks. But yeah.
Good work, comrades.
So the Su-76 performing incredibly well. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. I was looking at it actually. Yeah, so the Su-76 just sitting in the center. We see tracking, which increases the sight radius, and infantry can be tracked through the fog 4. So this gives this ability right here. He knows that there's an infantry squad right there, and he's actually artillery barraging. So very nice usage there by Helping Hands. Sorry, not by Helping Hands, by Cruzz. My mistake. Sorry. So yeah. So Cruzz utilizing all this downtime to be able to recapture the map in his favor, getting the center victory point. So victory point wise, Cruzz down to 295, while Helping Hands is sitting at 432. So Helping Hands has time. He's probably just gonna wait and try to get probably the Tiger. Has to recapture the map, however, and artillery barrage is going down from the Su-76, almost nailing the Assault Grenadier squad, and they actually decide to retreat fully. Sniper moving into range to try to nail him, but makes it out. And the Su-76 is still barraging. Actually, that looks like a second barrage, but it's interesting. Anyways, right-hand side, Grenadiers. Pio's getting intercepted by a stolen MG42. And the sniper is there as well for support. Strategic point getting cut off here by Cruzz, so that means the left-hand side resources are not going to give Helping Hands anything, so that's going to delay his Tiger for a little while. Half-track getting harassed by the Su-76. Su-76 manages to take it out, but it does get abandoned, which means that it's going to take a while to go down. Penal battalions decide to focus it, and there it goes. Down goes the half-track, and the penal battalions are in great shape, and somebody shot a Shrek. Ooh, that is a cluster barrage, but artillery barrage, but it doesn't actually hit anything. Light artillery barrage, okay. Oh my god, that is amazing. Yeah. Well, the penal battalion actually has a Shrek, so I didn't notice that when they killed the Panzer Grenadiers, but the penal battalion picked themselves up a Shrek, which is actually quite bad for Helping Hands. So the penal battalion getting sandwiched in here between German infantry, forced to retreat, and they are now at Veteran C2. Veteran C2 and the penal battalion, I think, is not that different. I mean, by not that different, I mean exactly the same as conscript veterans, right? I'll check it around once they finish the retreat. Su-76 sitting in the map, taking a artillery barrage into the strategic point, trying to nail anything around there. Almost nails the Pios, forcing them to move up, but there's now a Tiger on the field for Helping Hands. So those Su-76 are in a lot of trouble. One shot goes off from one of the, Tiger, it looks like. So the Su-76 in a little bit of damage. They do manage to inflict some damage to the Tiger, but the Su-76 are in a lot of trouble. Shot goes off from the Tiger, bringing the Su-76 down to about half health. Sniper retreating right in front of the Tiger, so those snipers are in a lot of trouble. They're actually getting intercepted or caught in the treads of the Tiger, and the gunner on top is able to just shoot with glee. A shot goes off from the main gun, and down goes the sniper for Cruzz. Unfortunate situation there for him. The Su-76 continuing to back off. Penal battalions now in the field using their Shrek against that Tiger. The Tiger notices, that's a Shrek. I don't want to go up against that, so it's just going to back off. Take a shot at the penal, and down goes two of them instantly. Very nice shot there. Penal, well, let's check that penal veterancy. Rifle improves weapon accuracy and rate of fire, yeah. Also gives them URA, so that's also very nice. So the Tiger's just backing off. Conscripts Uraying forward, trying to get in range for a... oh, interesting. Rapid Conscription. I've never seen the ability used, but that should give them replacements. Squad goes down, however. Penal Battalion up there. We have conscripts all over the place, but none of them actually getting engaged. The ability itself does last for an entire minute. Actually, more. More shots go off, and a conscript squad arrives instantly. So that's nice. So that is the ability with the rapid conscription. I think though you do have to lose 6 of them to be able to do that. Oh my God, Penal Battalion about to go down? No, very lucky Penal Battalion down to one-man sliver of help. SU-76 harassing and pushing on the Tiger, but a Faust goes off on the SU-76 and it is just backing off. SU-85 on the pursuit of the Tiger. Can he actually finish it off? The Tiger is in a lot of trouble. SU-85 continues to pursue. SU-76 behind it for support. This other SU-76 is very low in health. The SU-85 unable to finish off the Tiger. Gets in range, takes a shot, and down goes the Tiger. Unfortunately there for HelpingHans. So the SU-85 and the SU-76 are in the base. The Grenadiers might be able to throw off a Faust. They do get the crit on the engine. The SU-76 over here in the north just getting harassed by these Grenadiers. Probably Grenadiers trying to wait for another Faust ability just to be able to hit it and destroy it. SU-76 here able to support the SU-85, which is currently just backing off. And do we have any tech? No, we don't have any tech for Hounds, so this is not good. Pack gun getting produced, however, so that might actually take out the SU-85. The SU-85 is backing off, trying to stay alive. SU-76 on the right-hand side did get taken out finally by those Grens with another Faust. And yeah, a little bit of losses there for Cruz, but he did manage to pick up that Tiger, which was a very good thing for him. Center map, Grens moving around, so we only got one conscript squad with the replacement there. Or was that 2? Well, all the squads here don't have any veterancy, so we might have actually seen 2, yeah. 2 squads actually got called in, or... Well, I was focused on the wrong, another side, but it looks like all the conscript squads got eliminated. For Cruz, he did manage to replace him with his rapid conscription and producing one, because I saw him building one. Might have cancelled it, I didn't keep an eye on that, but either way, he does have 3 conscripts still on the field, however, they aren't as good as they could be. So the SU-85 just still holding in the front of the base. The pack gun moves in and starts taking shots at the SU-85. The SU-85 going to have to back off. Conscripts being used to repair it. The pack gun taking some shots at the SU-85, doesn't manage to nail it. There goes one shot finally, bringing it down to about 75% health. Pack gun takes another shot and the SU-85 dodges that, just barely. Left-hand side, conscripts, penal battalions engaging against assault grenadiers. The assault grenadiers forcing them away, and the penal battalion taking quite a bit of a beating. SU-76 pushes forward, and the pack gun backs off as well. So second SU-76 on the field once again for Cruz, so he wants to have 2 of those, and an SU-85 worked pretty well for him, so that's a nice build setup. Oh, nice shot there by the SU-76, and eliminates the assault grenadier squad, and down it goes for HelpingHans. He loses the veterancy and loses, well, the squad itself, so unfortunate situation there. Grenadiers left-hand side, supported by a Stug, forcing away a combat engineer squad going for the victory points. Victory points 293 for Cruz, 356 for HelpingHans, so he still has time. Artillery barrage is going down into the center, the pack gun having to move. SU-76 and SU-85 just shooting their main guns at the Grenadiers. The Grenadiers manage to decap the point and break the line of sight. And on the left-hand side, the pack gun being used to capture the strategic point. So Cruz currently focusing in the center of the map with homophobe and stuff. He has conscripts and penal battalions moving over on the right-hand side. This penal battalion is now veterancy 3. At veterancy 3, it gets survivability and more weapon accuracy. So it'll allow them to be more accurate. I believe it reduces the amount of suppression they get, and they also get defensive buff. Katusha getting produced for Cruz, so now he's going to start sieging the base itself. We have that Stug still on the field. Fuel-wise, HelpingHans is in a very dire situation. He is down to 21 fuel, so he's not going to be able to bring in another Tiger anytime soon. SU-76 push forward, going to start taking shots at the Stug. Nice combined barrage there, hits it twice, brings it down to half health, and a second barrage hits both times, and out of control goes the Stug. Takes a retaliatory shot at the SU-76, it looks like. And I think it might have nailed this one in the back, potentially, but down it goes. So those SU-76 being quite formidable. I mean, they cost 55 fuel only compared to the 115 from the SU-85. But considering this setup here with the Stugs that aren't really great and have low health, they have been working rather well. So the pack guns start taking shots at the SU-76, just simply attacking ground. Katyusha barrage falling right on top of the base. Can it actually nail anything? Let's see the rockets fly in. Ooh, not that close. Not actually managing to hit anything with those rockets. Grenadiers retreating in the face of the penal battalions, and yeah, the pack gun's just gonna start probably shooting again into the fray. So what HelpingHans did is he attacked ground there, so it actually goes through the hedge and hits around the area. That's why it actually managed to land the shot on the SU-76. So the tanks all set up in a line here, shooting at everything that's coming out of the base. The pack gun sets up, shoots at the SU-85. SU-85 forces them back off. Second shot goes off and nails the SU-85 down to about half health. The pack gun still on the field. Artillery barrage going down on the pack, and it misses because the pack moved out of the way. But very nice barrage, landing right on top of everything. An interesting effect there. And the pack gun again shooting ground at the SU-76, trying to hit it when it once was, but it is now out of the zone. You can see that the gun is just hitting there. So very sneaky moves there by HelpingHans. Could potentially catch him a kill. Katyusha barrage falling right on top of the base once again with all retreated units. Can the barrages actually hit anything? Here comes the rockets and manages to hit some stuff, but not a lot. Okay, well. That Katyusha has only gotten 5 kills so far, but, you know, not bad, not bad. MG42 moving up, trying to hold off HelpingHans from exiting his base. We do have a Grand Squad getting behind that MG42, but with the vehicles back there for support, the Grenadier Squad is also forced to retreat. So yeah, HelpingHans in a very tough situation now. He doesn't have a lot that he can do. Second Penal Battalion getting produced for Cruzz, so he just wants to bolster his infantry, and well, the Penal Battalions are quite great. He doesn't want a sniper, apparently. A sniper would have also been an excellent choice, I suppose. There are Panzer Grenadiers on the field, so the sniper is a high priority. I mean, those are high priority targets for snipers, so that's what I'm trying to say. And the pack gun can very easily get decruised by a sniper, so personally, I would have gone for a sniper, but a Penal Battalion is also great, so nothing bad there. So whoa! Jeez, those guys almost caught it. So a satchel charge going down on the house collapses it completely. The Grenadiers actually, Panzer Grenadiers actually retreated. And a Katyusha barrage falling right on top of the base. Can he actually nail anything this time? And the rockets are nailing the medics, actually. And we have more Katyusha barrage. No, actually, those are SU-76 barrages right on top of the base sector. All the infantry moves out of the field, and we now see an incendiary barrage right on top of everything. The pack gun tries to move out of the way. Incendiary barrage nailing the Grenadiers, forcing them to retreat as well. Panzer Grenadiers coming out of the field. They now have Panzer Strikes. They're going to try to go for the kill on those SU-76, but there is an MG42 and a Penal Battalion in the way. SU-76 open up on the Panzer Grenadiers. The Penal Battalion getting in the way, right in front of them with a flamethrower, burning those Panzer Grenadiers. Shrek goes off on one of the SU-76, manages to hit it in the frontal armor, but they are forced to retreat. So Cruzz here, yeah, I mean, very dominant position. The Katyusha probably going to be setting up for another barrage in a second. The infantry is forced to retreat as well. Infantry out there in the field engaging against conscripts in the front of the base. And the Katyusha barrage goes in once again. Where is it aiming at? It's aiming right at the base. The bunker is trying to get repaired, and boom, 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 boom. Nothing actually hits a little bit behind. More Katyusha barrages. The bunker gets hit once again. The piles themselves are actually annihilated for the most part, and down goes the med bunker. This is not good for HelpingHans. His infantry is no longer going to be able to get healed up, and he actually throws in the towel at that point. Says, okay, that's it. I can't really fight against all this, so that's going to do it for me. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.